There we go. Anyways. Hi. My name is Jerrel Smith. Also known as Yogii J Mac. Also known as Hero? Roush. Anyways. Ooh, it's cold. And I'm going to talk about wisdom, compassion, and nirvana. Which one would you choose? Would you choose wisdom, knowledge of the world, universe, all that's in it? Would you choose compassion? Because you want to be treated as others treat you and so on and so forth? Or would you choose nirvana? Mental state of happiness and freedom. Wisdom, compassion, or nirvana. Me personally, I would not choose compassion. The reason why I would not choose compassion is because to be compassionate to somebody who is suffering is to end one's suffering. If their life is suffering and to live is to be suffering, then their life should probably end to end their suffering. That would ultimately be the compassionate thing to do. I learned that from Dead Man Wonderland and the Uber Monk. But wisdom, I would not choose either, because if you are looking for wisdom, or if you seek to obtain wisdom, it's normally to obtain things that wisdom can obtain, which is ultimately detrimental to your life. Because everything that glitters is not gold, and what you think that you may want to obtain with the wisdom can ultimately lead you to your end, and or lead you to suffering. For knowledge is not for everyone, and to be right might drive you crazy, because the truth sometimes is crazy. Stranger than fiction it is, I hear. Might drive you mad as a hatter. And thus you might end up taking your own life, because the wisdom might drive you crazy. I would choose nirvana. The state of freedom, happiness, and satisfaction within oneself. That ultimately, I believe that would be the equivalent of nirvana. I would much rather live like that than anything else. I mean, who wouldn't, right? I thought about this the other day. And as I was thinking about these options of living, for and to and of compassion and wisdom and Nirvana. And for some odd reason, I automatically thought of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Which ones would be which? And I believe that Meatwad is obviously Nirvana. And the state of happiness that he lives in despite how others may perceive him. Shake, believe it or not, is probably ultimately compassion. Surprisingly enough. You know, irony dwells within the truth. And Frylock, I believe, ultimately is wisdom. That floating head god full of fries